Hello, my man. Welcome to this episode of The Valiant Lifestyle. I'm your host, Jesse, and I would like to begin with thanking you for coming back and watching me again. I'd also like to thank you if this is your first time watching me. Before you flick away, I want you to at least go 2 minutes into this episode, at least two. I want you to not stop watching because there's going to be some tidbits in here for you. Okay. All right. And if this is your first time, I'd like to invite you to subscribe. It's super easy. Just hit the subscribe button in the lower right hand corner, and then hit all. And what that does is it allows all my content to be delivered to you. You get all the notifications without any restrictions. All right, let's go. We're going to be talking today about anger under control. And these are 3 fast acting methods that will help the blended family dad, husband, every day. So here we go. Let's go. The first thing is you're going to count slowly backwards from 10. Why does this work? Because it helps re-engage your mind into a present tense. It also helps you discover that you can think clearly when you have backed yourself out of whatever is ailing you in this situation. So this could be like a trigger. This could be like something that your wife, your significant other, your spouse has brought up, or maybe it's the kids. Maybe it is something that the kids did to really it just got under your skin for some reason, my man. So the premise behind this, again, is to get you to start thinking in present tense. What's happening right now when you're in an angry state, your brain goes into the amygdala. It shuts off the decision, the problem solving, the resolution, the cognitive part that looks after troubleshooting. And it goes into the more archaic part of the brain. Some would call it the Flintstone part. I would rather not call it that. I don't want to insult your intelligence. However, it is a must to be able to think. So counting backwards by doing a little bit of breathing, I'll add that one in there, has worked for me. Start at 11. Because we're programmed as a society to do things in 5s and 10s. Start at 11. Start your active thinking and do it that way. The second thing that I want you to do is to have some sort of stretching that you're going to do. So this could seem like, a bit of a distraction for you. This could seem like something that you're diverting your attention to when you are, you find yourself angry. But what it does is it is you helping you increase blood flow to your body. So if it means bending over, doing a stretch to touch your toes, if it means starting to, do a little shuffle back and forth where you're stretching your arms out, you're stretching your back, you're stretching your shoulders, your shoulder blades, you're rolling your neck a little bit. This is helpful. This is helping you relieve some stress, the pain in your frame, the knots in your thoughts. It's helping you get there. The junk in your trunk. If it's your lower back, you're going to want to stretch that too, my man. All right. The third thing that I want you to do is you are going to get to water. Yeah. You're going to get to the river. You're going to get to the lake. You're even going to go to that little puddle out there that is in your driveway, and you're going to get in it. You're going to get your socks and shoes off, and you're going to get out there in the muck. You're going to get out there on the ground. You're going to get out there in the grass. You're going to do whatever it takes, because this helps. This has helped me. This has helped me immensely. And I haven't done it with the muck in a long time, but I have done it with the snow recently. And the snow was really good because what it did was it forced me to start to think about it forced me to start thinking about my breathing. That's what I wanted to say. My breathing, it re-oxygenated my brain and got me back into this wonderful parasympathetic state. And it wasn't fully in the parasympathetic state, but what it did was, again, it started to oxygenate my body. It started to force the blood flow, the circulation to happen. And what this does, it allows me to calm down from my angry state. And you wouldn't think, Jesse, he doesn't get angry, right? He doesn't get angry anymore. That's just not something he does. BS! That is not my belief system. What my belief system says is anger is okay as long as you don't stay in it for a long period of time. Because what you do is you start hacking away. And what you hack away at is you release those hormones in your body, histamine, adrenaline, and cortisol. And that's what we call the acronym of HACK. And what it does is your body has to take calcium from parts of, bones in your body, and it secretes it into your system because your body's in a stressed state. Now, with that, it is buffering down the inflammation because you're causing inflammation being angry. Yeah, anger causes inflammation, and we don't want that. So this is another reason why it is important for you, my man, to get your anger under control. For me, it has been because, I'm an ambassador for health. I'm an ambassador for your health, and I am leaning into the fact that I am advocating for you. I'm advocating for your health here. So it means you got to get clear on your anger and you got to get it under control. Because the truth of the matter is, when I've let my anger run rampant, when I've let it just absorb my day and ruminate my thoughts and have my monkey brain, it's really affected the physical part of my body insofar as to make me feel ill. It stressed me out, man. And it doesn't feel good. It causes dis-ease. It caused dis-ease in my body. And when I carried a lot of anger, like massive amounts of anger, it was stressful because it was hard for me to be able to understand what I was to do, how I was to get out of it. And, you have gurus around you, you have people around you that say, do this, do that. The thing that I found that was the best solution for me was just, it came with the YouTuber that I saw, which was Aaron Doughty. And a lot of my inspiration comes from that man because he helped me through some serious and chaotic times in my life. And it wasn't in part by talking to him, but it was just listening to what he had to say, because the explanations and what he was saying and how I was reacting was helping me to understand what I needed to do. And what I needed to do was to listen to myself. What I figured out was I was able to create something for myself. And now that I've got a great handle on controlling my own emotions, because it is you, my man, that get to control your emotions. When we make up excuses for ourselves, that guy cut me off, or Frankie called me the other day and he said that he didn't like the way that I sent out that TPS report or that email that I had framed in a certain way. He didn't like the words, and I let those feelings affect me. No. There is no way that I am doing that unless I have a trigger. But we're going to work out the triggers in another episode. Today, I'm asking you to find a way to get anger under control. And these are the 3 fast-acting methods for you, my valiant blended family dad husband. If this really resonated with you, and I'm glad that you stuck through 9 minutes and 39 seconds because it was awesome to have you here, I want you to go to thevaliantlifestyle.com and I want you to finally book that discovery call with me. Let's sit and deliberate. Let's find out if we're a great fit. And Let's also find out what plan that you want to put forward so that you can become the valiant man that you want. Mastery, action, nobility. All right. Thank you for watching, and remember, schedule that call, thevaliantlifestyle.com. Let's do this.